I think that most of the people who are watching this video right now should not buy the X100V, and here is why. First of all, well, the camera is overhyped. The X100V has generated tons of buzz, and sometimes not for the good reason. It's not for photographers who loved photography and enjoyed the particular camera and enjoyed what they could do with it. It was just for a bunch of influencers that just wanted to get cool pictures and show you how their life is great. And maybe part of you just want to, live their life or be like them. And maybe part of you would think that, hey, if I get this camera, maybe I will be able to create the same pictures. But most of what you see online a lot of the time is a big lie. They show you all their crazy life, they show you the crazy pictures that they can take, but a lot of the time the result that they get has nothing to do with the camera that they have. It's basically because they go to crazy places, they have this amazing life that they portray online, and they show you the result and tell you, yeah, that's because I have this camera right here. Now, the second reason I think that most of you should not get this camera is that right now it is extremely overpriced. It is not available and not produced by Fujifilm anymore. So you basically have to go to the secondary market to get one. And when you go to the secondary market, well, sometimes they are sold more expensive than they were sold new. So to pay more than a new camera for a used one, which may have shutter issues with the buttons or issue with the rangefinder or whatever, I think that's kind of a risky move, and that most of you should not do that. Invest into something that is not as expensive and that may have better results. It's never a good investment strategy to buy high and sell low, when the hype is gone. So I would say don't do that. Just don't waste your money like that. Now, reason number 3 is that this camera is full of limitations. It has a fixed focal length with an f2. Now, f2 is great, don't get me wrong. It is a tiny camera, pocketable camera. It's great if you know what you're gonna get. And I know a lot of people who would get this camera and then complain that they cannot zoom in or zoom out, that they cannot reach out for a mountain that is over there, that there are plenty of things that they cannot do anymore because they are limited by this particular focal length. If you're buying an X100V, then you need to understand what you're getting into. And a lot of time, people who are trying to get a new camera or get into photography, well, they do not know their limitations because they haven't even started that particular hobby or that particular thing, right? So before you buy something that limits you that much, you might want to be able to experiment with something a bit more flexible. And finally, another reason why, in my opinion, you should not get the X100V in 2023 is because of the alternatives out there. There are tons of alternatives right now that can be cheaper than the X100V. You have the X-T30 Mark II, you have the Fujifilm X-S20 right now that is very good for people who want to get into video or photo. There are tons of cameras that have been released after the X100V that can do amazing work. And if you get a very compact pancake lens with it, or even the 23mm f2 that will give you pretty much the same thing as the X100V, well, for less money, you still get a compact system that allows you to do more. And you also get something that can maybe scale with you a bit better than the X100V, or that you can, get away from if it's not the focal length that you enjoy, or just get more into if that's exactly what you want. As a first starter, as someone who gets into photography, like it is a lot of the case of the people who want to buy the X100V, they just saw it on TikTok or wherever, they want to get into photography, they want to take amazing pictures. They start with it and then they regret it. I don't think that's a great choice. Get something more flexible, get something like the XS20, the XT30 Mark II, and you will be able to evolve with it, you will be able to experiment, and it might be cheaper too, so why not?